What up? It's your boy Rawway, aka the Big Homie from the Rawway Show podcast with Rawway and Paul Clark. I'm just dropping in to give y'all a little something. Uh, it's saying they've been kicking it around that Sean P. Diddy Combs may be getting a pardon for Trump from President Trump. I don't know. It's not on me, but Mark Nifolo and Tenny Garago had no comment on the pardon talk of Combs, but a number of individuals close to Combs and close to him personally and professionally have been active in seeking White House resources. The defense team itself has no significant participation in the process, which meaning don't say nothing. You can't really let it out the bag. You really can't even let everybody know what's going on when you're trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? So keep it on the low. You know what I'm saying? The defense team itself has no part in it, but I'm sure their lawyers calling his lawyers, and that's how you get in touch, or assistants are calling assistants. They saying up on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the reply was that the White House would not comment on the existence or non-existence of a clemency request, according to an administration official. So what that means, mum's the word until a verdict is heard. He can't really do anything until he's been sentenced. And if he's being sentenced, he can sit until he gets sentenced, because he can't pardon him right now and just override the judge if he hasn't even had a sentence yet. He can't override the judge yet. He has to be sentenced. He could get sentenced that day and the paperwork can go in for pardon, and he'll be out ASAP if that's the way he want to go. But also, they still, the prosecution is asking for the maximum for the Mann Act, the 2 counts of the Mann Act that he was convicted of. But, that's probably not likely that they'll get a maximum on that, because I think that's what they said. That's like 10 years. So what he may get is time served, because he's been locked up a year. And the minimum on the Mann Act is no time at all, or probation or something like that. So basically, a John get caught with prostitutes, you know what I'm saying? And he get caught, you know what I mean? And it looks worse than it is, but it really ain't that bad. You get a fine, you go to court and you pay the fine and whatever, and you may be on probation, and hopefully they don't catch you or keep catching you soliciting prostitutes. And he in his was soliciting for male prostitutes. These are charges for male prostitutes to bang his girl. I don't know if he was doing it with him too, but he paid dudes to hit his girl, to bang his chick. That's crazy. But one thing, if he get a pardon, that's power. That's money and power. Like the like the Ghetto Boy said, money and the power. Scarface said that, money and the power, money and the power. Sold a million records, I got money and the power. Let me know what y'all think, yo. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. But he gonna have to bow down. I know that that pardon, he get a pardon, that's not gonna be cheap. That's gonna be expensive. Somebody's palm is getting you know what I'm saying? Somebody got their hand out. Trump don't need the money, but you see, Puff was actually going at him, and they used to be real chummy. But he been going at him, you know what I'm saying, before this and all this about, not wanting him in the White House. But then, that's also a crazy thing, how times turn, how titles turn. You know what I'm saying? Like when you tides turn. I'm sorry, when you feel like you don't need nobody and get away from me, but then it turn around, it's like, oh man, I gotta fuck with this dude. You know what I'm saying? You gotta mess with this dude. But at the same time, it is what it is. And if you could get your freedom from him, that's where the bow down, kissing the ring gonna come in at. He's gonna have to kiss the ring somehow, maybe not literally, but it's gonna be something. He's gonna have to something. because behind the scenes, it's a lot of stuff that going on behind the scenes that we never know of as consumers, as fans, as the American people, as the public. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that goes on that we know nothing about. But they may have had an argument at a dinner. They may have had, or just different situations that we don't know. But he might pardon him just on some New York stuff. You know what I mean? On some New York. We New Yorkers, we all we got. Or I'm gonna need a favor from you. If I do this, I'm gonna definitely need a favor. Something. But he the president. What favor could he need? What favor could he need? He ain't gonna be the president forever. But what favor could he need? He might just want to do the people. What's that to get the black people behind him? I don't think that's going to help for that. But it would be a good look if he can get it, if that's for Sean Combs. I mean, it doesn't bother me if Sean Combs get out or not. But I know the people want to know, and Sean Combs got some fans and family that would love to have him back in their life every day. You know what I mean? And be able to touch him and hug him. And his children are suffering the worst. You know what I'm saying? When I was locked up, that's all I cared about was my kids. I didn't care about nobody else. I only worried about my kids' welfare, their well-being, and even how I looked to my children being in that situation. So the mum's the word till the verdict is heard. If you like this, leave a comment. We're trying to get our numbers up. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you and we love you. And now